Hello, YouTube. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time being here, hi, my name is Casey. That's me. I make videos mostly about functional neurological disorder, sometimes autism, and just kind of other health things, and occasionally an adventure or two. But yeah, today's video is going to be my 1 year anniversary of getting smack dab bad train with FND. So yeah, I'm showing up today in my house coat. I have I think an ear infection in both of my ears, so that is very unfortunate. And my PCOS is bothering me. I do not feel good, but I am here. Oh, I cut my hair again, so we're kind of working with some punk rocker look. It's fun for me, but I really hate hair clippings and the way it feels. So every time I cut my hair, you get hair pieces all over your face, and it gets stuck to your clothes. Ugh, and cleaning it up, it's just everywhere, and it stresses me out. So I love having new hair, but I definitely do not like dealing with the sensory of things like hair touching me. Anyways, okay, so I don't really have a plan for this video. I just wanted to talk about the fact that it has been a full year since I was hospitalized for functional neurological disorder. So 1 year ago, on February 16th, 2022, I was driving back to work after my lunch break, and I was feeling quite strange, very spaced out. I kind of maybe thought that I was having anxiety, but yeah, I'd be like driving, kind of feeling weird and out of it, and then be like, no, like I'm fine, and then I keep driving, whatever, and then I got to work and I was sitting kind of in the parking lot and just waiting, trying to find reality and stability in my mind, but I just felt so out of it. And that is when I started having a non-epileptic seizure. I went into my work and sat down and told my boss, and then it got quite bad. So I kind of feel it starting in the car, and I knew that if I didn't get inside fast enough that it would get kind of out of control. So yeah, I kind of just ran into my work. My brain was not working very well. I was pacing, and then I sat down and was like, hey, I'm gonna start shaking and I might not be able to talk to you. So she called 911. The first responders came, so that's the firefighters. They gave me oxygen and chatted with me, and through that whole thing I was very, very shaky and just kind of confused, and the ambulance couldn't come because they were busy doing something else. So my manager took me to the hospital, and I think I was there for 6 to 8 hours. It was so long, and we were actually gonna my parents met me there, and we were actually gonna leave because I've had a few of these seizures in the past and not knowing what it was. And I tried to talk to my doctor about it, but it didn't really do anything. Anyways, so the nurse told me to stay, and the doctor quickly talked to me. They had no idea what was wrong. They gave me diazepam. I don't know if that's a thing. They gave me some sort of muscle relaxant, and I don't remember it helping. I think they gave me fluids. And then right before I was getting ready to leave, he asked me to just walk. So I was like, okay. So I got up and I started walking, and then all of a sudden I lost my balance, and I could not stand and walk. It was super weird. And so they're like, hey, come back tomorrow morning and you'll see our specialist. So we don't have any specialists in Terrace really. Well, some, but not neurological. neurologist. There we go. Sorry. So yeah, they told me to come back the next day, and they have like kind of, they're called internists, special doctors from the big city that come to our small town and kind of help figure things out. Yeah, so the next day I woke up and I was immediately started seizing. And this continued for a long time. I don't even remember. So I don't want to tell the whole story again because I have told it before in my getting diagnosed with FND, if you want to watch that. Honestly, yeah, I do not remember like pretty well the whole last year because from beginning to now, I was like heavily medicated, especially in the beginning. Um, Long story short, they like could not figure out what was wrong with me when I was hospitalized. So like I got given like a bunch of different seizure medication, wasn't responding to it obviously, and then they just ended up giving me clonazepam, and that just like numbed my brain and my muscles, and so I was just like high, so out of my mind for a while. And then they figured out that I was not epileptic, and then they decided to switch me to pregabalin while weaning off of clonazepam, which I have been weaning off of for like at least 6 months, if not longer. And I'm actually done now. So I'm going to make a video about that. I'm still having withdrawals from the clonazepam. Oh my gosh, I cannot talk. I need to relax. Okay. Yeah. Anyways. The whole last year has been insane for me. Obviously, in the beginning, I was having a hard time accepting what was going on, and I thought that I was gonna get better quite like immediately if I just took some medication, because every time I had like issues with this, it would go away within like a couple days. So like I had high hopes that it would just go away. Unfortunately, that was not the case. I was bad for quite a while, and it was really, really tough. It was hard watching how it affected my family and my partner. And then, yeah, I just couldn't drive, I couldn't go to work, and I couldn't really even leave my bed. So, like, yeah. I mean, in the beginning, it was kind of nice to have a break because I was, like, highly, highly stressed. And yeah, it was just like nice to have a break, but I was also just like very sick, and so it was really confusing. And I think it's taken like a full year for me to accept that I might have this for the rest of my life, and I'm trying to learn how to alter my life and how I can still have an enjoyable life even if I'm going to experience like pain and suffering. People have talked to me about Frida. I don't know if it's Frida Kahlos. She was an artist, and I think she got in an accident. I don't really remember the full story, but she was bedridden and in a lot of pain, and she would paint self-portraits in bed, and just kind of, even through all of her pain, she created really wonderful artwork. And so I am an artist, and right now I am working on doing art for an art show that will come in October. And it's been hard. Like, obviously you think to yourself, like, how am I going to live through all this pain and misery and suffering? But you really just have to look for the small things that you enjoy and just like make life worth living. Like, and you really think that you have to create your own meaning of success. Like, it's so hard in this world where there's these expectations and what society wants, and like what what success means. And I have been experiencing a lot of shame and depression and just sadness over like what my life could have been. And now I'm just kind of trying to make my own purpose, and trying to have My brain is hurting. I don't know why, like, talking, like, hurts my brain. It should not. Suffering a little bit here. I'm gonna try to work through it. Okay. Anyways, I'm just gonna leave that thought because I don't remember, and if I try to find it, I'm going to not be able to. Another thing that I've struggled with is I never really liked medication, and I'm still on the fence about it, but I think that I don't know that I'll be able to function without it. And a lot of people say that you can't treat functional neurological disorder with medication, and I don't know that to be true or not. I just know that, like, from the beginning compared to now, my seizures are way better, and I don't know that that just came with time or not. Yeah. And then I'm taking venlafaxine for anxiety and depression, and I think that's helped me. And so I'm trying to just accept things, like, even if I don't necessarily like it, instead of just, like, pushing back on it so much and wanting things to be different. I think it's just better to, yeah, just be accepting. Just, like, such a crazy life. Like, I didn't even know that this disorder existed, and now that I've been in this community for a year, there's just so many people, and it's just like a whole other world, and it's just crazy. There's so much suffering, and, like, hearing all your stories and people sharing, especially for young, like, children who get it, and people who get, you know, are blind or paralyzed. Like, it is insane, and it's crazy. I just never knew that this existed, and I don't know. I'm really thankful for the community, and everybody that leaves me comments and, you know, advice. Like, it really does make you feel like you're a part of something, even if it's a hard thing. And I've always been about connection and wanting to be, you know, yeah, a part of a community. And so, yeah, I don't know. It's just very, very interesting. And it's so interesting that the brain can just do these type of things. Like, I don't know. It I definitely spend way too much time by myself and a lot of time thinking about things in the world, and good or bad. Like, sometimes I feel like I'm going a little crazy, which is fair. But yeah, I don't know. No, I don't know what to say, really. Yeah, it's just crazy that it's taken so much time to kind of get to this place of, like, okay, this is what life is going to be like. And, like, you know, I think there's a part of me and a part of my family and my partner where, you know, they don't want you to just fall into this kind of depression of accepting, okay, well, this is just, like, what life is going to be, so I'm going to give up and stop trying to get better or whatever, and I'm just going to accept that this is how it is. Like, I don't want it to be that way. Like, I'm still going to try and do healthy things and do whatever I can to feel better as a whole, but I also don't want to just expect that this is going to go away and I'm not going to find happiness until I'm back to normal. I think that's, like, really important. And yeah, like, this is totally a grieving process. Like, I went through all of it, like denial and anger and sadness and whatever. And I think I'm just starting to come into, like, my acceptance phase of, like, okay, well, how can I make life better for myself, and, like, what can I do to make things easier, and, like, okay, I can only do, like, one big thing a day, okay, like, you know, just trying to work with things. Like, that's just how it is. Like, I don't know, because what else can you do? I don't want to spend my life really sad. I've had enough sadness and I just don't want any more. But yeah, that's it. I don't know. I really feel like I should probably plan more for these videos, but sometimes I just like want to sit down and talk, and whatever comes out kind of comes out, and I hope that it's helpful for you guys. Truly just love seeing everyone's comments, and like that's kind of what I come back for, is to, yeah, just have that community. And if it's inspiring to you guys to see me come on here in my house coat and my crazy hair and talk about my health problems, then I will keep doing it. You guys truly inspire me. Like, yeah, you're all so lovely, and just keep sharing a story. Tell me how many years you guys have been going through this. I mean, it's officially my 1 year, but when did this start? I would say like it's been like 6 years, but 1 year like severe. Yeah. Hit the like button if you like this, and if you subscribe, it will really help me grow my channel. Thank you so much, everybody.